Yo, what's up fam? Today in this video, I'm gonna show you how to hitch up your trailer slash camper. Let's dive in. Step one is double checking, make sure that your hitch is good to go. It's in the receiver and the pin is locked in. This pin is actually really cool because it is customized to my specific car key. So once you put the key in for the first time, you turn it and then it matches to your actual key for your car, so you have less keys. I'll link that in the description. One of my favorite purchases for our camper outings. But now that the hitch is good to go, then you look over to the tongue. You attach the tongue essentially to the ball on your hitch. But let's kind of go through this process really quickly. Now it's time for the fun part. We're actually going to be attaching the tongue of your camper or trailer to the actual ball on the hitch. Pretty straightforward process. You essentially just get the tongue right over the ball here and then start lowering down your camper. So the key part about this, you want to make sure that once you get down just about low enough where the ball is covered, that the tongue is all the way back against the front of the ball. So kind of push your camper back and then finish the lowering process. So this is important because it allows the latch to come down and go over the ball to make sure that your camper is going to actually stay on that ball and you're not going to lose it if you hit a bump or something like that. Here's a quick pro tip. So if you have a camper like ours that has a wheel down here, I've noticed sometimes if I crank it all the way up first and then try to take the wheel off, it gets stuck. That pin that's in right here kind of gets stuck sometimes. So as soon as that pressure starts to release, right at that first point, like right here, what still can wiggle just a little bit, that is when I pop the pin out and it makes it so much easier to get out. Like as you saw, I just pulled it right out. So sometimes it's best if you take that pin out right as the wheel starts to lift off the ground. Now that the wheel is off, we are continuing to make sure that this bar goes up and the camper is fully resting on the ball of the hitch. Okay, we are good. Now that your bar is fully up, the camper is resting on the hitch. Again, just try to nudge your camper back to make sure that the ball is fully resting on the front right here. Then you're able to fully latch it on. So you pull up this latch, push it forward all the way, and then it should go right into those two little spots right here. And then, since your wheel is off, you've taken out the pin from your wheel, you pop your pin right in here, latch it on, and now your camper is secured on the ball of your hitch. Now this is your 7-pin receiver. Different campers will have different types of plugs, but this receiver goes right down in over here. So you kind of have to line it up with a little inlet. Pop it in, good to go. So then now your car will be sending electricity to your camper so you can use specific things like the tail lights. That's kind of important. And with ours, we can use the fan and it helps charge the battery as well. Now, the final element that you need to know is your chains. Your chains are very important because they are an additional safety element. You hopefully will have a space on your car where you can clamp these on. Ours is right here, 2 metal pieces right off of the receiver for the hitch. You want to pop these on reverse, so it's more difficult for them to accidentally pop off if you hit a big bump or a pothole or something like that. So you clamp these on like this. However, you do want to make sure that your chains are crossed over one time. So let me show you very quickly how that looks. So right now, you see that they are not crossed over. So you want to take them over once to make sure that it is crossed like this, flip it on, and you're good to go. So this is a super important thing that I learned just early on when I started towing campers and trailers. The reason that you only cross it once is because let's say something crazy happens and for some reason this comes off of the hitch. Your tongue of your camper bounces off. Hopefully you've done everything right so it won't, but just in an emergency situation, if that does happen, this will prevent your camper from just going somewhere way off of the back without you knowing, and once this will drop off, this chain will help catch your camper so it doesn't just dig right into the ground. So once you feel, if this does happen, your car will be pulling, you'll notice that, oh, okay, obviously the camper just bopped off, there was a big jerk, but now these chains will be preventing your camper from just going on off by itself. Sometimes there's a brake controller that it's included, kind of weaved in. That's what's right here on our camper. But again, these chains are so vital because if the tongue falls off, your chains, once they're crossed, will get caught. They will catch your tongue of your camper so that again, it doesn't just dig into the ground and destroy your camper. So it's a good safety element for your camper, but also for the people around you and for your car. Well, fam, that is how you hitch up your camper or trailer. Honestly, it's pretty easy, but there are some very important steps that you need to follow to make sure that you are safe, your camper's safe, your car is safe, and all the people around you are safe. That is how you do it. This is the process that we follow every single time. And then of course, after you've got everything hooked up, ready to roll, double check that your tail lights are working and that everything is good to go on your checklist before you head out on your travels. Hope you all enjoyed this video and that it helps you get out and adventure even more. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.